The topic that I'm supposed to talk is on anti-piracy operations, arms smuggling, drug trafficking, and human smuggling. Thank you, Chair, for giving me this opportunity. Since ancient times, the waters in Indo-Pacific area have been considered important for world trade and for global security. The significance has grown ever since, and one could easily visualize the strategic importance of this area in determining the future path regionally and globally. Out of many factors, growing prosperity of nations, increased dependencies towards natural resources, and connectivity to the global maritime trading web can be seen as some of the leading factors of the global dependence on ocean mass. The importance of Indian Ocean has been discussed amply due to the role it plays in the global maritime dynamics. Being connected to it in one way or the other, we all have seen the positive and negative security trends set us in the Indian Ocean region, which make us vulnerable in a number of ways. The challenges that continue to emerge from maritime domain have taken different shapes and sizes during the last decade or two. The connectivity and dependence on our maritime environment has drawn all of us to a point of no return in terms of finding solutions to an array of challenges. It is in this context that the importance of paying close attention to maritime security challenges becomes a common responsibility as they impart a sizable governance challenge for maritime policymakers. Maritime security and its importance. Whether a country is landlocked or coastal, the present trend in globalization has created an enormous impact on the access of resources and markets. The sea-based trading system is found to be a gigantic force in the modern trading system. With over 80% of trade being transported through sea, states itself have invested heavily on the maritime supply network. As the maritime trade continues to grow at a rapid pace, challenges that emerge in the form of non-state actors have become high. This has in turn made the whole maritime industry a much more challenging one. Maritime security challenges. Analyzing events which unfolded in the recent couple of decades show that challenges emerge from maritime domain are difficult to counter due to a number of inherent facts. Vastness of the ocean space, borderless nature, and lack of effective maritime governance are some of them. Illegal actors exploit on these factors, and impacts of illegal activities out at sea brings dangerous fallout of events on land. Maritime piracy and terrorism have a significant impact on global shipping, causing considerable human and economic costs. These criminal activities have overlapped and formed a dangerous bond, making the challenges more complex. Piracy, arms smuggling, drug trafficking, and human smuggling are issues that affect all of us. Maritime piracy. According to United Nations Institute of Training and Research report of 2014, two areas of trends are observed: the Western Indian Ocean, including the Gulf of Aden and the Gulf of Guinea. In other areas, notably Eastern Indian Ocean, including the Malacca Strait, and in South America, no major trends are observed. While activities in South America are relatively minor, piracy in the Malacca Strait continues to be a major disruptor. Combined task forces, NATO response force maritime groups, and EU NAVFOR are some of the known global initiatives. Arms trafficking. According to Small Arms Survey, an independent research project based in Geneva, the illicit trade in small arms and light weapons occurs in all parts of the globe, but is concentrated in areas afflicted by armed conflict, violence, and organized crime, where the demand for illicit weapons is often highest. Drug trafficking. According to the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, UNODC, at current levels, world heroin consumption, 340 tons, and seizures represent an annual flow of 430 to 450 tons of heroin into the global heroin market. The Balkan and northern routes are the main heroin trafficking corridors linking Afghanistan to the huge markets of the Russian Federation and Western Europe. The Balkan routes traverse the Islamic Republic of Iran, often via Pakistan, Turkey, Greece, and Bulgaria, across Southeast Europe to the Western European market, with an annual market value of some $20 billion. Human trafficking. According to the UNODC report on human trafficking and migrant smuggling, human trafficking is the acquisition of people by improper means such as force, fraud, or deception, with the aim of exploiting them. Almost every country in the world is affected by this, and the challenge is to target the criminals who exploit innocent people and to protect and assist victims of trafficking and smuggled migrants, many of whom endure unimaginable hardships in their bid for a better life. Situation in Southeast Asia. With a brief comprehension of the global overview of key security challenges, we'll focus on the trends in South and Southeast Asian region in general. Maritime piracy. According to DRAAD, a maritime intelligence firm, Southeast Asia was the world's hotspot for maritime attacks in the third quarter of the year. According to the report, the total number of attacks in Southeast Asia for the year 2014, January to October, was 139. The International Maritime Bureau piracy map shows particular activity around the Singapore Strait. The peak of piracy activities in the region was back in year 2000, where effective and coordinated efforts by Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore resulted in countering piracy activities to a greater extent. The Regional Cooperation Agreement on Combating Piracy and Armed Robbery against Ships in Asia, Quarterly Report 2014, has also noted the changing trend in terms of the number of incidents reported within the 9-month period from January to September 2014. For the first 6 months of 2014, there has been a significant increase in the number of incidents compared to the same period of last year. The picture may blow out of a proportion due to difficulty in obtaining accurate figures. The impact of overstating could result in an overreaction. The contribution our region has made in conducting as well as taking part in anti-piracy operation is commendable. Arms smuggling. Use of small arms and light weapons seen in various scales of attacks and assassinations. Smuggling of weapons today is a day-to-day activity of terrorist groups, and it serves as a revenue earner. As with other criminal activities, smuggling of small arms cannot be considered in isolation. Weapon smugglers are linked with pirates, human smugglers, terrorism, drug trafficking, document fraud, money laundering, and various other transnational crimes. Among many initiatives that are already in place, re-evaluation of efforts should consider advanced technology, globalization, increased mobility of resources, etc. When smuggling takes place via sea routes, apprehension becomes difficult due to vastness of the ocean. Drug trafficking. According to 2014 World Drug Report, data pertaining to Asia suggests that consumption of illicit drugs is at levels similar to or below the global average. Tentative estimates suggest that cannabis is the most common illicit substance, with an annual prevalence of use of 1.9% among those aged 15 to 64 years. As reported by experts, the use of methamphetamine continues to rise in most countries in East and Southeast Asia. In the absence of reliable survey data, national experts have indicated that in East and Southeast Asia, the use of amphetamine type stimulants has both increased and diversified compared with East and Southeast Asia. Southwest and Central Asia are marked by high prevalence of opiate use. Apart from known routes of illegal drug flow through Golden Triangle and Golden Crescent, the maritime domain provides a better platform to smuggle with ease. Drugs can defeat a country without waging a war. The damage caused by drugs on the younger generation is enormous and irreversible. How can a country strive without future generation? Human trafficking shows the extreme exploitation of children and women by network of illegal human traffickers. Many countries in our region act as a source, transit and destination countries as much as we pay attention to source. Transit and destination countries, our focus has to be on the mastermind operators in our region as well as outside. Imagine a situation where a human smuggling ship sinking with a considerable number of souls on board. Such a situation will test our ability to respond to mass rescue situations. Sri Lankan perspective. Sri Lanka remains as the only country which emerged victorious after defeating one of the most dangerous terrorist outfits in the world, the LTT. LTT maritime activities across the Pork Strait and fleet of merchant vessels smuggling weapons and sizable impact on ground operations. In the present context, Sri Lanka enjoys a peaceful maritime environment with no visible enemy. Not having a visible enemy out of sea does not mean our seas are safe and secure. It is in this context that the Sri Lanka Navy is now looking at the maritime security threats and challenges. Combating maritime terrorism and arms smuggling. The Navy involved over the years into an advanced fighting force in combating the LTT maritime terrorism from a reactive approach into a proactive approach at later stages. Innovative tactics, professional competencies, right men behind right weapons, high level of morale, naval leadership, and political guidance can be cited as key factors. The successful destruction of 10 LTT merchant vessels used to transport much needed arms and ammunition at the most crucial junctures turned the tide in favor of the final outcome. Utilization of available brown water resources for blue water tasks. Introduction of indigenous tactics among many helped the Navy to stand ahead of the enemy. The Navy's role in defeating the LTT attributed to ensuring the safety of the Indian Ocean as well as protecting the vital sea lanes of communication which runs across Sri Lanka. Human smuggling. The initial reports of human smuggling surfaced in 2009 in Sri Lanka. The situation in 2012 was alarming with the arrest of 62 fishing vessels bound to Australia. Pro-LTT media label the situation as a result of inhuman treatment of Tamil civilians. Truth was soon realized as many found to be economic migrants. According to Professor Rohan Gunaratna, Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka criminals are directing human smuggling ventures, with human smugglers charging 700,000 rupees to 1.2 million. A boat with 50 passengers generates approximately 500,000 US dollars. The links between people smuggling and other transnational crimes carried out by non-state actors remains a matter of great concern for global security. Sri Lankan government took concrete steps in close coordination with the Australian government to take control of the situation. The Navy has arrested 4,273 illegal migrants since 2009. After October 2013, no direct arrival to Australia has taken place via sea routes. The winning formula of the Navy was driven by a well-executed strategy focused on victim protection. The key elements of success story are the efficient role played by the Navy on land and at sea, stringent measures imposed by destined countries, arresting of key human smugglers in Sri Lanka, excellent coordination and assistance rendered by the Government of Australia, and information sharing between intelligence agencies. This cooperation of success is now being considered as proven model in countering human smuggling. Drug trafficking. Apprehensions related to drug trafficking has been taken at sea as well as at the main airport in Sri Lanka at Colombo and Colombo Harbour. Navy on a number of occasions have apprehended fishing vessels involved in drug smuggling in northern seas. Kerala cannabis found to be smuggled quite often with the assistance of fishing trawlers poaching in Sri Lankan waters. The Navy successfully apprehended over 245 kilos of Kerala cannabis in the year 2013 and over 395 kilos in the year 2014. A well-organized drug trafficking network operates across the Pork Strait with the assistance of the Sri Lankan and Tamil Nadu fishermen. Use of privately contracted armed security personnel. Despite merits and demerits of PCAPs, they have today become the integral part of most commercial ships. Many argue on the positive and negatives of the operating floating armories and placing PCAPs on board merchant ships. In this scenario, Sri Lanka adopted a model to mitigate most doubts, fears, and to establish a better monitoring as well as regulatory mechanism to keep an eye on the PCAPs and floating armories with the intention of providing broader maritime security. Rakna Araksha Lanka Limited, RALL, of Sri Lanka was established in year 2006 and functions under the close supervision of monitoring of the Ministry of Defence and Urban Development. Avantgarde Maritime Security Service Private Limited entered into a joint venture with RAL to provide infrastructure facilities for international maritime security services. Avantgarde Maritime Services today serves as the leading supplier of professional ex-service personnel for onboard security world around and operates 3 floating armories at present. The Avantgarde Security Services and RAL collaboration has obviously provided a better transparency of activities. Countering the challenges. The complexity of threats, the uniqueness of the maritime domain, and the importance of countering these threats through a comprehensive approach will assist in safeguarding the common prosperity and security interests globally. There are quite a number of initiatives already in place at various levels to achieve above. Witnessing the full spectrum of our conflict, I strongly believe the solution should aim at addressing the root causes. The Sri Lankan experience shows exactly that, and we have proved by winning the war that many tagged as unwinnable. Following recommendations are the key contributing factors of the Sri Lankan success, and they found to be equally valid for addressing the present maritime security challenges. Share to success. We quite often see the reluctance in sharing information. The Sri Lankan success story in combating human smuggling is attributed to sharing timely information with the Australian authorities and vice versa. Timely sharing of real-time intelligence resulted in destroying number of LTT floating armories. Sharing experience. Finding solutions to maritime security challenges provide as learning opportunities from each other. All of us here have unique experiences in many fields, and we can share these among our regional partners. Sri Lanka has taken a number of steps in sharing unique experiences with the rest of the world. The Sri Lanka Navy remains most experienced in countering maritime terrorism and fighting